Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go from Denver. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
I really like this young quarterback, Mike. I think there's a lot of things that he does very well. I mean, the arm talent, it allows you to expand the playbook. His mind, he can process information both quickly and decisively. Pocket presence, impressive as well. He rarely finds himself in situations where he's a sitting duck. Now, can he put all of that together and operate an NFL offense? That's what we want to see here today, and so far, I think he's shown a lot of hope that he can grow into a future franchise quarterback.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins, one of the big moves in the offseason. Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback, in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. And back deep is Marvin Mims. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the...
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Slot man in motion left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. That's caught right side. It's London. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. London brought in motion. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 32 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That is such a critical area on the field, Mike, between the hash marks and the numbers. Everyone wants to control the middle of the field. Every offense is targeting it. So what does the defense do? They really pack it. So for a quarterback to be able to put this ball out on the perimeter, it just really stresses these defenses, especially in their coverages.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Mooney in motion. One more time, it's Robinson. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try to run with Robinson. Powering forward, he's in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons move out to a 7-3 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's 2nd and 6. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Caden Ellis in on that stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Nick. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. They get the Pro Bowl guard, Chris Lindstrom. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Cousins gonna throw. That's caught left side by Pitts.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. We are through one. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Nick's gonna give this to Estimate. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Once more, it's Estimate. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go play action with Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. He is in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos are on top. It's now 10-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Cousins to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Cousins now. Oh, a loose football. The Broncos have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, At the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away?
The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Second down. Nix. That is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throw it. Nix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Matthew Judon in there for the sack.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Ray McLeod on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll hand it off here to Estimate. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Nix. That's caught. It's Audric Estime. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 4th down.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Cousins. Now, deep ball for London. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First and 10. They'll run with Robinson. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing his Cousins. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
3rd down and 9. Cousins. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll work the middle here with Algier. And this one's blown up It's back at the 5-yard line now.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Here's Cousins. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
4th down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the give, here's Estimate. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 2nd down.
On the ground, it's Estimate. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Another run, and again, it's Estimate. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. David Onyemata in on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's the punter now. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. Two minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw is Nix. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A carry here for Estimate. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He'll get back to Kadero Hodge. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's high. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 3rd and 10. Cousins gonna throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're gonna move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now, Cousins. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, The defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now, Cousins. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll run with Estimate. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Third and 9. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught by Estimate. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 4th down, out comes the punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here for Robinson. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this to McLeod. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. Cousins to throw. That's caught right side. It's London. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. The Broncos offense and Audric Estime, the running back, getting ready to go back to work. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. That one caught by Humphrey. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Third and 6. Throwing his Cousins. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Atlanta. Mooney in motion. And here's Bijan. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Cousins. To the left side in the hands of London. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
What can they do here? This is third and forever. Here's Cousins. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the third quarter. So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. On the return, here's Mims. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Now, a second down throw for Nick. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Throwing. Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. They're all set to punt this one away. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete to McLeod. And And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Cousins now on second down. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground. Now, Cousins. He keeps it himself. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. He's got it at the 3. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll run with Robinson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll throw. It's Nix. The open man is Adkins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
He runs with it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Third and 5. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught by Estime. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. One more time, it's Robinson. And he will score again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are going to extend their lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It is 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Cousins gonna throw. That's hauled it. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a first. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.